Is your favorite place where you almost died? Because mine is. It's where my grandparents' dog tried to eat me alive. Well, not actually, but that's what it seemed like. This place is Turkey at my grandparents' house. You guys know this place as Turkey, but only people in America call it that, and I don't really like it. Anyways, Turkey is where my whole family lives, and it's where my parents came from, so that's how this place is relevant to me. Some of my favorite things at my grandma's house are her garden, the sea, and Turkish food. Turkey's natural beauty gives my life a refresher that I truly need. My grandma's garden is where I've made many childhood memories, both cheerful and miserable, but mostly cheerful. As kids, me and my brother would play games in the garden like tag and hide and go seek. But another thing in the garden were the stray cats. And since my grandma would feed them, there'd always be like 40 cats just wandering around. I've never been the person to like cats, except me and my brother would always try and pet them, though we never had much luck with that. But there was one cat that did start to like us, and we named him Mittens, because that's the most creative things that kids can come up with when a cat looks like he has mittens. But from the garden, you could see something I love even more, and that's the sea. The sea is probably one of the most eye-opening things that have undeniably made me value life. The water is always sparkling with different shades of blue that you can't see anywhere else. This summer when we went to Turkey, we took a steep walkway down to the beach. It was actually pretty slippery and I almost fell a few times. But when we got down there, it had so been worth the hike. But the water wasn't exactly warm, but it was way warmer than anything like Lake Huron, so we dove right in with our snorkels. And after a little bit of swimming, we started seeing schools of fish. I've never seen so many fish in one place besides an aquarium or like in a movie like Finding Nemo. After a long day at the sea, who isn't starving for some amazing food? Because I always am. When I tell you that Turkish food is amazing, I mean it. One of my favorite things when I go is the food. From home-cooked meals to eating out, it is also delicious and fresh. And since my grandma's cooking is close to perfect, and if she makes a pot of food like dolma, it's basically meat and rice wrapped in grape leaves. I know that sounds a little weird, but if it's made right, you'll catch me going up for thirds and fourths. But not only are the main meals good, so are the desserts. They have me drooling, it's so tasty. And since it's basically Turkish tradition to have some type of dessert whenever guests are over, and we're the guests whenever we go, you already know I get plenty of that. I only get this type of fresh, delicious food while I'm in Turkey. Turkey's natural beauty gives my life a refresher that I truly need. Firstly, the garden is where I've made many childhood memories that made me happy as a kid. Secondly, the sea is where I've spent many hours admiring life. Thirdly, my taste buds thank God every time I eat their food. Now remember how I said this is the place I almost died? Yeah, well even though that almost happened, it's still the place I would say is my favorite.